I never imagined a single sentence could shatter the life I had built. Yet there she was, sitting at our kitchen counter one quiet evening, swirling her wine with casual ease. "I think we should have an open marriage," she said, as if she were announcing the weather. The words slipped off her tongue effortlessly, rehearsed, polished, like a performance perfected in front of a mirror. I waited, almost foolishly, for her to laugh, to tell me it was a joke, but she didn't. She just leaned back, raised an eyebrow, and regarded me with that patronizing calm, the kind that made me feel small, almost obsolete. "It's mature," she said, as if my objection would brand me backward, unrefined. I forced a measured smile, though my chest felt tight, my palms damp against the countertop. "If that's what you want," I said evenly, "then fine." She smiled triumphant, convinced she had tamed me. What she didn't realize was a storm that had already begun to brew inside me, quiet but unstoppable. In the following days, the signs were unmistakable. Her phone was never out of reach, always face down. She had excuses for late nights and secretive meetings. There was a scent of perfume in the air that I didn't recognize. Tiny marks on her skin whispered of someone else. And yet I remained silent. I let her believe I was subdued, weak, a husband who had lost his will. But beneath the calm, I watched. I waited. At a neighborhood barbecue, whispers cut through the summer air. She asked for his permission, but she already lined it up. Someone muttered behind me. My chest went cold, but my expression stayed neutral. She hadn't asked to be honest. She had asked for validation. She already had someone else. That revelation hit harder than any betrayal I had imagined, but I didn't react. I raised my drink, smiled at familiar faces, and silently vowed I would not be reduced to nothing. The first crack in her carefully constructed world came from an unexpected source, her closest friend. A message appeared late one night, words typed with care. "I don't agree with what she's doing to you. You deserve better." I stared at the screen, her presence beside me, her cologne foreign on the pillows. My thumb hovered, then I typed back, "Thank you." Almost instantly, a reply followed. "You're not imagining it. She's selfish." "I see you." Those words were a lifeline. Night after night, her messages grew longer, stronger. She reminded me I wasn't invisible, that I wasn't worthless. And then one evening, when her voice came through softly, tender and steady, saying I care about you, I felt something I hadn't in months. Alive. The first time our hands brushed at a casual gathering, I knew it was more than comfort. Later, under the golden glow of string lights on her porch, wine between us, our lips met, hesitant at first, then fierce and insatiable, consuming. Guilt pricked at me, but I didn't pull away. For the first time in ages, I was desired, seen, significant, and then danger edged closer. Her sister, sharper, unafraid, cornered me after a family lunch. "Is it true, what they're saying about you and her friend?" she asked bluntly. I dodged, but she pressed. Her eyes held something unspoken, a flicker of desire wrapped in defiance. Days later, in stolen moments, we crossed the line again, lips colliding with intensity, hands grasping, the forbidden fire igniting beyond control. I wasn't a pawn. I was a player, a force awakening in the chaos. Fate, of course, has cruel timing. One evening, inches from another heated kiss, my wife stormed in, her face a mask of horror and fury. Her scream shattered the room. "Not just him, but you, my own sister," she cried, trembling with rage. The fallout was merciless. Gossip spread. Allies vanished. Her lover disappeared. And there she was, stripped of control, standing alone. I, however, was no longer her victim. Her closest friend refused to abandon me, insisting I deserved more. Her sister, though guilty, could not deny what had sparked between us. She had opened a marriage intended to crown herself queen, but she had only orchestrated her own downfall. And when she confronted me later, demanding to know why I no longer cared, I simply smiled. "Isn't this what you wanted?" I asked. For the first time, I saw fear in her eyes. Nights that once belonged to her lover were now ours, filled with whispered calls, stolen moments, and heat that could not be contained. I discovered desire, strength, and the intoxicating taste of being seen. She had intended to humiliate me, to make me crawl, but instead, she had handed me freedom. Not broken, not defeated. I emerged triumphant. She lost everything. I gained what she could never anticipate: power, passion, and the truth that I was no longer a pawn in anyone's game.